My name is Elena Volpi. I work for DevCo D1, which is a unit dealing with governance, democracy, gender and human rights issues. And I myself deal particularly with gender, and I was involved in the preparation of the 2011 Gender Action Plan report. The EU Gender Action Plan doesn't establish a new policy on gender, but it's a way to further the implementation of the existing policies that we have on gender. And it's interesting because it's an EU policy, it's an EU action plan. So it's not only binding for the Commission, but also for the Member States, for the external services. It's a plan that has a number of objectives, like mobilizing additional financial resources and human resources for gender, to mainstream gender in all our programs and policies, including budget support programs, for instance, and strengthening the lead role of the EU on gender at country level. What is really important also of this plan is that it established an accountability system. So the fact that these reports are mandatory means that we now have, all of us need to be accountable on what we do on gender. We have indicators, we have the deadlines, we have to be to achieve these objectives. So now we have this first implementation report. It is the first time that we have comprehensive data on what we are doing on gender, both at headquarters and in delegations. This data will be very important to provide us a sort of baseline, but also to really exchange information, experiences. The report includes a number of findings and lessons learned, which are quite interesting. The most important ones are that in a certain number of countries where we work, there is an increased coordination of donors on gender issues. And many lessons learned have to do with capacity building, the need for raising the capacity of the EU staff, both at headquarters and delegations, on how to mainstream gender in all our financial instruments. And the other point is that if we want to strengthen our policy and political dialogue on gender issues, we need to have the capacity to do that. So the next step for capacity building will be to change a bit our approach. So we will not anymore provide what we called once the gender training in Brussels, but we will try to integrate gender equality issues in all the core training that EU staff receives. And we hope that in this way we will reach more people. All the information on the 2011 report and on the Gender Action Plan itself is available on Capacity for Dev. We have a gender focal persons group, and on this group we already have 29 members, so most of them are the gender focal persons in the delegation. It's a very interesting group to exchange documents, lesson learned, good practices, etc. It's also very easy to get registered. And in the group highlights, you can see that there are the gap reports. We upload all the gap reports from all EU delegations. So each delegation will be able to see the others' reports. And since people in delegation are always eager to know to learn from other people's experience, other delegations' experience, including on gender, this is a very good source of information for them. So even if only for that, it will be an achievement to have this report.